everybody on YouTube? It's your boy the Memphis Accelerate back at you with the 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! What every day for 100 days we're taking a look at a different deck every single day. Today, everybody, we're taking a look at a special one. We're taking a look at a structured deck challenge. I was challenged to take any old structured deck, take 3 of it, match it together, try to make a deck out of it. So I decided to go with the Felgrand structure deck today. We've got a lot of Felgrand shenanigans here, summing out Felgrand from the graveyard, banishing my opponent's things, running into them with giant dragons. We do have some outside cards as well, just to give the deck a little bit more of an edge in today's game, but it's primarily around things from the dragon structure deck. So, we're going to be going into yugioh Pro today, showing this deck off in all of its dragonic glory. Shout out to Mr. Harry Yu, who asked me to take a look at some structure deck making deck, and we're going to be taking this into yugioh Pro and showing you how it works. But real quick, the deck list, and then we'll get into the duels. So for our main deck today, we're running 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, 3 Divine Dragon Lords Felgrand, 3 Vendalgion the Dark Dragon Lord, 1 Galactic Spiral Dragon, 3 Nebula Dragon, 3 Arc Brave Dragon, 1 Black and Dragon Clap Serpent, a Dragon Knight of Creation, 1 White Dragon Wyvern Buster, 3 Paladin of Felgrand. We have triple Return of the Dragon Lords, triple Trade-In, triple Dragon Shrine. We have Reasoning, Card Destruction, double Ruins of the Divine Dragon Lords, double Dragon's Ravine, 2 Back to the Front, and 3 Solemn Strike. As for the extra deck, we have Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, Masquerena, Dragon Knight Romulus. We have Access Code Talker. We have number 100, number 41, Dingirzu the Orcust. We have Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand, number 38, Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, number 97, number 62, we have Galaxy Eyes Full Armored Dragon, 1 AA Zeus, and a copy of Chimera Tech in case Cyber Dragons. As for the side deck, if you don't want to do the Vendalgion combo, things you can run instead of things like Forbidden Droplet as for more monster effect negation, and things like Starleech Safret, which can get you some more dragon monsters. And if you want spell trap removal, Harpy's Feather Duster is never a bad option. So, with all that said, let's go into yugioh Pro, show this deck off, show you how it works, and we'll have ourselves a good time. Alright, yeah, our first opponent. It's another day, another card game. So with this deck, we do like to go first because of Vendalgion here. If you're not playing this guy, go second, but we're trying to go first as often as we can today. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. We can still go second, depending on the sort of hand we get, of course. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to go second. Opening hand is tolerable. It's tolerable. It's not perfect by any means, but it is tolerable sort of opening hand. My opponent's playing it safe with the L pose. Oh no, he's going to go with the U set. Or would it be the N set, because it's an N to U? Regardless, he's going to set some things up. Is what it is. We have ourselves a decent enough opening hand, though. We've got some monsters and ways to get Felgrand into the graveyard. The whole idea of this deck, get Felgrand in the grave, keep summoning them from the grave. So what we're going to go ahead and do, activate our Dragon's Ravine. Once per turn, I can discard a card to send a dragon to the grave. That's exactly what we'll do. We'll ditch an Arc Brave Dragon. And that will allow me to send a dragon to the grave. We're going to send a copy of Felgrand. Felgrand's a nice dude to be summoned from the grave. I can banish a monster from my opponent's field or their grave and make myself a little bit bigger. It also has a nice effect that if I destroy a monster, I can summon back a level 7 or 8 dragon from either player's graveyard. Really nasty if I'm up against, say, a Blue Eyes deck or something. So we're going to go ahead and summon out this dude, the Paladin of Felgrand. When this guy gets summoned, I can equip a dragon to him from my hand or my deck. He's a thinking. Alright, we're going to go ahead and equip this guy, Galactic Spiral Dragon. This is the guy we want to get. Let's see. And let's see here. And since I don't have any other monsters, I can't go for the other effective Paladin, which would let me tribute 2 monsters to summon a dude from the grave. But it is what it is. We'll attack with our boy. We'll attack here. And we do have this guy, the Galaxy Spiral Dragon. Basically, if I have 2 light and or dark dragons, which I have plenty of, and this guy's in my hand or grave, I can summon him. He's good rank 8 fodder. Good discard material for trade-in. All around decent card. And let's see. So we're attacking with this. My opponent's thinking Crush card. I mean, that's a little annoying, but not like, well, I guess that does get rid of everything, but is what it is. I get to destroy some stuff. We'll get rid of another Arc Brave Dragon, I suppose. Doesn't really matter too much, but we'll go ahead and end our turn there. Yep, unfortunate. My opponent hit me with the Crash Card Virus. So in standby phase, Arc Brave goes off. I can revive my Dragon Lord. Sadly, my opponent no longer has a monster on the board to do this to, but I can still banish the card in his graveyard. So it's something. Not ideal, but it is something. So we're going to be like, hoo-hoo, ka-choo. And I'm going to banish you. Hope you didn't need that monster for anything. And no, I could use the other Arc Brave Dragon. Bring back my Galaxy Spiral, but I really don't need to do that. What is this? Target a face-up monster, put a counter on it. When this monster battles a monster equal or lower level, destroy that monster. Okay. Certainly interesting. I mean, he will be able to get rid of Felgrand, but what have you may. Felgrand might be dead, but he'll come back. He always comes back. So this guy's playing Predaplants. Doesn't seem to be the most efficient Predaplant deck. Might be going for some more old school combos here. Actually playing around, you know, these, whatchamacallits, the Predator counters. Okay, that's not bad at all. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and activate our Dragon Shrine. Literally just foolish burial for dragons. And that will allow me to send my last Arc Brave Dragon. Because I want to save back to the front. This is just my trap. Bring back Felgrand. You know, that old stick. That old ticket. Alright, we'll send Arc Brave Dragon. And we will set our trap. And we're good. Because I really don't think... This guy is having some definite hand troubles. He is having some definite deck issues here. The standby phase. Arc Brave. You have to remember, Arc Brave only works the turn after he's set. He can't just summon a monster whenever. So you gotta time the Arc Braves a little bit. Just a wee bit. Hacha. Then I'll go ahead and keep banishing his monsters. If I keep banishing his monsters, he's not gonna be happy. He needs those for the fusions. Yep, so that'll stop him from doing that a little bit more. So unless he has another one of these, he's just gonna have to deal with Felgrand here. And the nice thing about Felgrand, he is not a once-per-turn sort of dude. He's kind of like Thunderclap Skywolf, where you keep reviving him from the grave and he keeps popping things. No. I will save this. Thank you. Ooh, White Dragon Wyver Buster. That's actually not a bad idea. So, well, actually, yeah. Let's go back to the front, bring back Red Eyes. I can't banish him. He's too good of a boy. He does too much good things. So we'll bring back the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon here. Hacha. This is just a good all-around card, because I can just keep reviving dragons. And, yeah, let's revive a dragon. Like I said, light and dark dragons, I can bring this dude back from the graveyard. Hacha. Alrighty, that's all good. That's all good. Let's go ahead and use Red Eyes' effect. We shall revive another dragon. See, this guy tried to stop my big dragons. Little did he know I have more big dragons. Like this dude. Arc Brave Dragon. And let's see. I could go for Draglubion OTK. But I have a feeling I don't want to do that. I feel like that's what he wants me to try and do. Because while he hasn't done anything with these face downs, I have to imagine they do something. So we'll attack with the Felgrand. We'll attack with the Arc Brave Dragon. Do some damage. That's more than half of it. Oh, see? The Draglubion would have been a bad idea. Alrighty, so my stuff gets the flip. Unfortunate, but is what it is. And sadly, I can't use face downs as link material. So I'm just going to leave these here. You know, if I can draw a high-level dragon, I can just tribute these. It'll all work out in the end. I just need to draw into, like, Vandalgion or my other Arc Brave, or my other Felgrand. Something like that. Something to that effect. Let's see here. I've got my Dragon Knight of Creation. Send a card from hand to great target level 7 dragon. Summon that dragon. I mean, I could. It's not a terrible idea. Okay, here's what we're going to go ahead and do. Summon out the Dragon Knight O Creation. Get that a-going. Let's see, that gets banished and leaves the field. And let's see, add a Dragoonity spell trap or divine drag. Oh, decisions. So many decisions. Like, I get rid of everything to just kind of like get rid of everything. Okay, here's what we're gonna go ahead and do. We're gonna use those two, make Masquerena. That's step one. We'll activate our Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon's effect. Kind of wishing that I wish Felgrand could banish set cards too, but it does not. It does not. Alright. We'll summon out a Felgrand. Hacha. And I really wish I had another Dark in the grave, but I don't. Yeah, let's just go for broke. What are the odds of this being another Quaking Mirror Force? There's no way. There's no way that's another one. He's just bluffing. Oh, yeah, I called your bluff. What say you, Mr. Predaplant Man? That's what I thought. See, he's got something. We know it's something. But if it was Quaking Mirror Force, he would have played it. That's just how that goes. So that'll do a heckin' lot of damage. I've got this Masquerena. All's good in the hood. And really wish I'd put in a unicorn in here, but he doesn't know that I don't have a unicorn. He doesn't know that. But we're pretty set here. You know, I've got these two set waiting in the wing. If he ever destroys them or I get rid of them, then they're live again. Dark Ruler no more, I see. Well, my opponent is certainly... You know, I really feel like this guy's just playing like a dated Predaplant deck. It's not quite the new Predaplant stuff. Not to say this can't work, but it's a bit tricky making it work. But it is what it is. So what does this do? When this card destroys a monster by battle, equip that monster to this card. Once per turn, target a monster equipped to this card by this card's effect, destroy it, gain life, you can do its original attack. Interesting. Certainly interesting. So he can steal my Masquerena, pop it for 800 boost. Is what it is. I don't remember this guy. I've played against Predaplants a few times. All I remember is all the fusion shenanigans going on. All the Starving Venom fusion dragons. That new big dude. Stuff like that. But my opponent, he either is not playing the newer Predaplant cards or he hasn't drawn into them. One or the other. Hard to say. Alright. I'd like to draw into a high-level dragon if I could. Any high-level dragon would be very nice right now, please and thank you. I will go ahead. Card destruction. I'm sure my opponent will appreciate a new hand. Oh, now you tease me. Okay, I've been teased. Let's go for Red Eyes. Let's go for Red Eyes and do as we do. And yugioh Pro is being very slow today, I've been noticing. It's been going at a snail's pace. I don't know why, but it is. Alright, now we got our Arc Brave Dragon. We all set, provided that this is not as... Provided that ain't Quaking Mirror Force, but still, he would have played it. He would have played it. There's no reason for him to have not have played it. Side effect. Opponent draws 1 to 3 cards. I'll draw a card. Why not? I did want that Vandalgion. I did want a Vandalgion, so I'm fine with that. I'm okay with drawing a card. I'm not going to draw no 3 cards. That's too much. But that'll be game right there. That's the idea of the deck. You know, this opponent of ours, I would say he wasn't playing the deck right, but he was clearly trying to do something. I mean, he had some interesting tech cards. He was just trying to... This guy was just trying to play Predaplants his way, and you can't really fault him for that. You know, the deck might not have worked, but it was an interesting take on Predaplants. I really wish I could have seen it work the way he intended, but is what it is. So, we got to see how our deck works. Summon Big Dragon, summon more Big Dragons, attack with Big Dragons. That's what we tried to do here. So, let's go ahead for Duel Number 2. Continue to summon a Big Dragon, and just see if we can do some other fancy things. Alrighty, second opponent, let's go and do it again. And we'll go first this time because that's where I like to go. Hopefully this time my opponent will have a slightly more competitive deck. I don't want to say that I want them to have like a super duper competitive deck, but, you know, something. So let's go for Reasoning. Really nice card because we're playing a lot of different levels in this deck. And going first against Reasoning, your opponent has no idea what to pick. You know, they'll pick things like level 4, because level 4 is very common in today. But we play level 7s, we play level 8s, we play level 10. We got some 4s. We got some 4s. We'll see how my opponent... Okay, so he's going to pick 4, like I thought. So we'll go ahead and summon out this Nebula Dragon. It's a nice card, Nebula Dragon. I can be like, hey, I'm going to reveal this level 8 monster. Well, bringing them both out to the field. Unless you have a hand trap that somehow stops my Nebula Dragon, which I don't think you do. But maybe you do. I'm trying to think of what hand trap would stop this right now. I think he's just reading Nebula Dragon, to be honest. Okay, so we'll summon both these out. Their effects are the negate, but that's not a problem. So we're going to go ahead, since we're going first. Let me think. Actually, I kind of want to save the Return of the Dragon Lords, though. Oh wait, I don't have to do anything like that. Let's go ahead and summon out Spiral Dragon. I almost forgot my Spiral boy. I almost forgot Spyro the Magical Dragon. Alrighty. That'll summon out our Galactic Spiral Dragon. What do you have, like Imperm or something? Got like an Impermanence or something in his hand, I guess, maybe? That's all I can think of, unless he's playing Nibiru, but he can't play Nibiru yet. So there's no reason for it to be waiting this much, unless he's got Imperm or something of the nature. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and use these two. Make Hieratic Spheres. That way we have ourselves a tribute to bounce. Little bit of extra, and we'll go ahead to keep our Spiral Dragon. We're going to use him as Xyz material for this guy. Number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. He can negate a spell card once per turn, and prevents my opponent from attacking my littler monsters. So it's a very nice defensive card. Alright, we're pretty set right here. You know, I've got my Return of the Dragon Lords. I can bring back my Dragon Lord next turn. No. I don't think. I'm trying to remember. I know that agents have better spells than the field spell. I know they do. I am very well aware that they have better stuff. So I want to negate the better stuff rather than the... I know he gets better things when this is on the field, but I'd rather negate the follow-up to this. So we're up against agents, and I know they got some counter traps as well, Pilgrim. He got him some of those counter fairies. I don't like no counter fairies. Counter fairies are not fun. Alright, so he's got himself some counter fairies. This is more than likely... what's that counter trap that's around Parshath? I think that's what that is. My opponent is not sure what to do. He knows what I can do. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to stop me from playing the game. But I have ways to stop him from playing his game. What are you going to do, sir? What are you going to do? If you try to attack me, you can't. If you try to end your turn, I'm going to bounce this so you don't get no draws off your counter traps. Yeah. My opponent, you know, he wanted to stop me from playing. But luckily, I went first. I didn't have to play through no counter fairies. Counter fairies, fun troll deck, but not a fun deck to, you know, go up against. I still don't know what all these pyramids are for. I don't know what all these pyramids are for. Alright. We're going to tribute our Heavenly Spheres. He can't play these counter traps, so unless he has a hand trap of some form, none of that's going to help him. And since we tributed the Heavenly Spheres, I can now summon a monster, and we'll summon out the Red Eyes Dank Metal Dragon. His attack and defense becomes 0, but he does keep his effects. So that's a nice thing. It's a very cool thing. Alrighty, so now we have to wonder at what counter traps my opponent has set up. I'm guessing one of them is Solemn Strike and the other one is also Solemn Strike. Or possibly he's playing the Parshath one. I would guess. I remember playing... What was I playing up against Counterfairs the other day? I'm pretty sure I did. No, it was that Light Barrier guy. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, and he played like the counter trap that let him summon a Parshath from the deck. I remember that was the thing, and I don't want to have to deal with Parshath. Because while this is bigger than Parshath, it's, you know, still not a fun thing to deal with Parshath. Uh-oh. Has the game crashed? I think the game might have crashed. Alrighty, so... I don't know what any of these are trying to tell me. But basically, my game's going super slow. I think my opponent might have, rage quit on me, but it is what it is. My opponent was playing a troll deck, and I was able to out his trolls. So, I'll count that as a moral victory, but we'll do a bonus duel. We will do a bonus duel today, because while I was able to show off a good going first sort of hand, we didn't get to go for the meat of it, or get around these counters. I was going to get around these counter traps. I've got baits for this, and baits for that he was baiting me with, so let's go for a third duel. Hopefully, yugioh Pro will speed up just a little bit, and we'll just keep being able to show off what this deck can do. Alrighty, third opponent up against a guy called Floof. There's an honest-sounding name. You can't distrust a guy called Floof. You know, this ain't no troll. This ain't no dishonest person. Alright, the opening hand is doable, especially going second. This'll work. Oh, pardon me. For some reason, I keep getting a dry throat when I'm recording recently. I don't know if I'm just getting into the groove of the 100 days again, or what it is. Alright, so my opponent, didn't do anything. Not ideal, but whatever, we'll have to deal with it. You know, we'll deal with it. Let's go for Dragon's Ravine. I really wish I had been Delgion right now. That would have been so cool. But I don't. I mean, if I had my Dragon Shrine, I could get him with my... Well, no, that only gets level 4s. Never mind. It only gets to level 4s. Let's go ahead and send... We're not going to go out. Let's set up a Spiral Dragon. And we'll summon our Dragon Knight, O Creation. When he destroys monsters in battle, my Dragon Knight can set up my graveyard. And what was I can edge a card from hand to the grave, target a dragon in the grave, send this to the grave, bring out the dragon. I think I might have explained that already, but I'm just going to double up because I only played like the one copy of this. So I might as well explain it multiple times. Alrighty, so this guy, we don't know what he's playing yet. He doesn't care about his extra deck. That's a key thing. That does tell us that this guy is playing either some sort of troll deck, or he's playing a deck that's completely focused around the main deck. It could be either or. It's hard to say. Hard to say indeed. So what indeed is my opponent playing? Hopefully we'll get to see this turn. I mean, I've got the Solemn Strike if I really need it. More Pot of Extravagance. Interesting. What on earth is this guy playing? Ancient Warriors. That explains a lot. They don't care about their extra deck at all, because they only play like the one extra deck monster anyway. Ancient Warriors, Laboo. What does this do again? No, we're good. We'll let him summon out his Lubu. That's fine. That's dandy. You know, he can attack into me. I don't know why he's attacking with the little dude. Not how that works, my dude. You're supposed to attack with the big guy first. Oh, because you have the hand trap, of course, of course. Well, we won't allow that one. We'll say no to hand traps. And that way this guy gets destroyed. He doesn't get to draw a card. Or, conversely, we can bait out the Forbidden Droplet. That works too. So we will be taking quite a lot of damage. He hasn't attacked with Lubu yet. But we should still be good. I've got Return of the Dragon Lords. And I still have my Dragon Ravine, so, you know, this ain't once per turn. I can send 2 Felgrands. Or I can send, you know, I can send another Felgrand, I should say, and then summon them both and run this guy over, essentially. It should be good. So what does this one do? During the main phase, toss a coin. This card's sent to the grave. Opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to activation of Angel Warrior cards that affect all the other. Okay. So that doesn't do too much. It has to leave the board to do much of anything. Interesting. Alright. So we'll go ahead, Dragon Ravine. Much as I'd like to play Reasoning again, this will have to do. We'll send another Felgrand to the graveyard and activate the Return of the Dragon Lords. So we'll bring back our Dragon Lord. You know, a funny thing I could do, and this would be like a totally dick move to do, is banish his Ancient Warrior, Virtuous Yugioh. Basically, the thing that people forget about Rebellious Lu Feng, during the end phase, you put control of the monster with the highest attack of the field, give control of this card to your opponent. That is a thing that happens. Activate another one. And another one. Yeah, you can attempt to pop my dragon, but... Well, actually... Yeah, you can blow up that dragon. I'm going to summon the other one. And another one. So I am going to banish the guy who he needs to, you know, be on the field. And I'm going to end my turn. And because I have the biggest monster, he must give me his monster. That's the thing people forget about Lu Bu, is that he has to belong to the strongest warrior. So now I have his monster. If he summons monster, I can pop said monster. Alright, so he does, however, still have this on the board. So basically, if he pops this, I can't respond to his effects, but I can still respond to summons. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that was me trolling people that time. I can do that too. I can do that too. There you go. Now you know if you want to beat Ancient Warriors, steal their Lu Bu, and they run away screaming. Run away screaming and crying like babies. Alright, so there's our third duel. Let's go for one more today. You know, we're doing pretty good. We got the Felgrand going. So let's go for one more duel today and call it a day. Alrighty, fourth and final opponent of the day. You know, it's been a pretty good day with Felgrand. You know, not the most high tier of opponents, but we've been able to show off the deck, and that's what's important. Alright, well, let's see if we can see up against somebody a little bit stronger. This is pretty good. That's not too terrible. We're up against Blue Eyes White Dragons, which, like I said before, is actually a pretty good matchup. If I can get some dragons in my opponent's graveyard and, like, start reviving them with Felgrand. So, pretty good that. Alrighty. What are you up to? You got the Sage on the field. That implies you either really need that monster, or you're very low on stuff. I'm gonna go with low on things. Usually you keep the Sage in the hand so you can discard it to get things, but not this dude. Alright. Let me think about this. Alright. Go for Dragon's Ravine. Get that established. Establish whose field this is. It's my field. Not yours. And I'm thinking I can bring out my Felgrand. I probably should get Felgrand. Let's get Felgrand set up. If anything else, we'll bait out any Ash Blossoms. Alright, so we'll send our Felgrand to the grave. Archbrave will revive him next turn. Let's go ahead and summon out a Paladin. Get that going. I should probably skip the battle phase this time around. And I'd rather banish this. That way it doesn't give my opponent easy access to using that little ball boy of his. And I could just, although I could just banish it. That'll waste my Archbrave, so I'm not going to do that. Just a little bit of thinking. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but I think this will work just fine. I think it'll be okay, unless he's drawn into Call by the Grave, which would not be good for us. So we'll summon out our Felgrand. Banish the Linkuriboh. Sorry, Linkuriboh, but you're gonna have to go. I can't trust you with a right stone of the ancients here. That would not be good. If I just attacked, he would have, you know, summoned the stone, tributed it to get out Linkuriboh, kept Linkuriboh, get a Blue Eyes in the end phase. Don't want that to happen. Nope. Don't feel like letting that happen. So like I said, we're pretty good right now. I've got a Paladin on my hand. I've got my Galactic Spiral Dragon. If I really need to, I can banish it for my Wyver Buster. I've got my Felgrand. I've got my Return of the Dragon Lords. I've got my Field Spell. I'm pretty set. I'm more worried the fact that my opponent hasn't done anything yet, implying he has some crazy combo he's thinking through. Or, conversely, he just has Poly. Poly wants a cracker, apparently. Poly wants himself a little bit of cracker. I'll give you a cracker. I don't have any crackers. Do I look like I'd have crackers on hand? No, I don't. But if I did, I'd be shoving one down your gullet right now. Alright, what is this? Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Alright. Oh, he's got Return of the Dragon. Oh, hiccups. He's got Return of the Dragon Lords, too. Okay, so what is this guy playing? Blue Eyes White. Oh no, that's not good. I just realized something. He's got Spirit Dragon. Spirit Dragon can stop things from being revived from the graveyard. That is a bad thing. Which you'll probably do in the main phase too. Yeah, this attacks all monsters once apiece. Alright, well, there goes my things. It'd be really nice if I could draw into Black Dragon Collapse Serpent now. That would be very nice. That way I can make a Baguska. Stall him for a turn. Although maybe that would be not enough either. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky. Tricky. I'm 99% sure he's just going to go for Spirit Dragon and stop me from doing the graveyard things that I want to do. An unfortunate situation. You know, Spirit Dragon's ability to just lock the grave, you should not be underestimated. Especially when you're up against you got a deck that's all about the graveyard summons. Not good for me. Now, the question is he going to do that? I'm 99.9% sure he's going to do that. And it's going to be a bad time. Bad times for me. Or, conversely, we'll go for Halka Fibrax. Okay, that works for me. Alrighty. I was so sure he would go for Spirit Dragon there, but I guess he wants to do something else. I don't know what. I would presume some sort of funky combo of some form. Let's see. Can I activate its effects this turn? Okay. And then bring out that dude. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, Abyss Dragon. So he gets a Ritual or a Poly, and he can add a Blue Eyes, or just any level 8 or higher dragon. Alright. Interesting. Still not 100% sure why he didn't go for Spirit Dragon, but what have ye? Alright, draw phase. Back to the front. Not bad. Alrighty. So what we're going to go ahead and do is Turn of the Dragon Lords. Bring back our Felgrand. He'll go for Hulk. Going into what exactly? Is it going to be Formula Sync? Okay, so he wants to draw a card. Synchro using this card you control. Okay. So I'll go ahead and banish his Tyrant Dragon. I don't trust it. I'm going to banish the biggest dude on the field. Unless he Synchro summons with it. Which would not be ideal, but what level 10 Synchros can he... Okay, so he can do that. Alrighty. Making whom exactly? Baron de Fer. Alright, so that's an Omni Negation. Alright, that is not ideal. I had to be snarky about this. He's got one Omni negation. That's all he's got. If I play this right, I can still out this guy's board. Okay, so he will negate that, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and use Wyver Buster. Cha. Bring out White Dragon Wyver Buster. And, oh yeah, that only works during my opponent's turn. I get another fusion, or I get another field spell, but that wouldn't really help me too much. I could set up Arc Brave, but it wouldn't help me. Okay. So what we're going to go ahead and do, Battle Phase. We'll get rid of the Abyss Dragon. And actually, yeah, destroying that will allow me to revive a dragon. Oh yeah, that guy's level 8. Can I revive the Tyrant Dragon? Ooh. That's actually a very fun idea. I would love it if I could steal that dragon. I don't think I can steal this. I think I can, actually. Oh boy. I am going to be able to steal some dragons. Or conversely, I could forget that that was in the grave. Okay. Is what is. Let us make heavenly spheres now. Acha. And we'll go ahead and search Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. That way I have Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. Can't do much with it, but I've got it. Alright. Things are a little rough here. Yeah, I completely blanked on him having a Return of the Dragon Lords. The irony that such a powerful card for me would be my downfall, because I was really hoping to destroy this and bring back a card. Alright, let's go ahead and attempt to bring back Felgrand. He'll probably negate this. Unless, of course, let's see. Oh, wait, this only has, let's see, once while face... Okay, that's only once while face up on the field. So I can just revive this. Bring back Felgrand. Use Felgrand's effect. Banish the Baron, because I just don't want the Baron around. Huasha. And I become 3,800. Okay, so I got that going. I still got the spheres, so I can still interrupt this guy a little bit. So he has, let's see, he has the Nebula Dragon. So we can make a rank 8 pretty easily. But I'm thinking, yeah, if he's smart, he'll just go into battle phase and try to run over my spheres. That would be the smart move. Bait out my spheres and then do his combos. We'll see if he's smart enough to do that, though. We'll see. We'll see indeed, because he's thinking really hard. See, I could see right now the best thing to do is just attack into the spheres and bait it out. Then do your rank 8 plays. You got the Nebula Dragon. I presume you have another dragon to use that with. You're playing Blue Eyes after all. Let's see. He's thinking really... I mean, least he could do, like, link these off, make a Hulk or something. Or, yeah, there you go. Makes the Blue Eyes. He's gonna go for the Blue Eyes White Dragon with Nebula Dragon. He's got 3 level 8s. That's quite a lot of level 8s. He's got a lot of stuff. I don't know, man. It's like, I've got 1 interruption right now. That's all I've got. But if I can do it right, I'm good. Question is, who do I revive, or who do I summon off of this? It's a tricky wicket. Because I can either go for, if I go for Red Eyes, he can just run the thing over. I could go for Arc Brave Dragon. That way he wouldn't even dare to attack into it. And I can link things off and do all this and that. This and that and that and this. Okay, so there's the Spirit Dragon. Either player can summon multiple monsters. Effective a card in the grave's activated, negate. Yeah, this is a guy I've got to be worried about. But again, we got to see what this is first. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and Or I could just tribute my Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, but this is probably better. I'll tribute this. That can tribute itself for a level 9, but not a level 8. Okay, let's bounce the Blue Eyes. And I'll get myself, okay, he can negate that bit. He can negate that bit, but I can stop him from, you know, getting a rank 8 on the board. At least temporarily. At least for the moment. I could really use an Arc Brave Dragon right now. That would be pretty nice. I mean, I have an Arc Brave in the grave, but I need other things. Okay. So we're pretty set. I got my Felgrand. You know, what the best thing would be right now is if I can get another Felgrand in the grave, run this over, bring out a Felgrand, run that over, bring out a dragon. And he'll still have an established board. Or rather, he'll have life points, but I'll get rid of his board and have stuff for myself. That would be the best thing. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alrighty, so my opponent has bounced back his Tyrant Dragon. Smart move. He didn't want me to steal it with Felgrand. See, this guy's a smart cookie. He ain't a dum-dum. I'll give him that much. He ain't no dum-dum. So, I'm going to keep Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. I kind of want to save this for later. If I really need to drop like a Baguska on my opponent. Wait, did I even... Yeah, I got Baguska. Of course I do. I have already got a Baguska waiting in the wing. Well, it's attacking the Spirit Dragon. Come on. What are you going to do? You going to tribute yourself? Of course you are. Does that... I forget if this summons... Let's see. Can't be destroyed by card... Okay, it only protects from card effects. So I can still run over the Silver Dragon. He won't take damage. But it's fine. What are you going to do? You have another one? No, I didn't think you did. Alright, so Felgrand's going to go off. Let's... Manage to make face of spell traps you opponent controls. My opponent sadly does not have any of those. Otherwise, that would be nice. And I am going to steal a Blue Eyes. Because I don't want him to have a Blue Eyes. And also, it has bigger numbers. That is my actual reasoning here. I'm just go for bigger numbers. Alright. Attack into the Nebula Dragon. So now, my opponent doesn't have a lot, but he's not quite dead yet. I mean, I've been taking all the damage thus far. I'm just saying. So I can make a rank 8. Which would also, let's see. Effects negated, unaffected by other things. That's not bad. Or I could make Titanic Dragon to negate spells. Why not? We'll make Titanic Galaxy. I think that'll work. We'll stop my opponent from some spell action, his polys, things like that. He won't be able to use those quite as well. So he's going to have to do some shenanigans to get around my Titanic Galaxy. Things like Alternate Dragon, pop this, but then back to the front comes live. Alrighty. This will work just fine. And all the while, I'm getting more things. Okay. Okay, this will work. Let's go ahead and summon out the Paladin of Felgrand. Go ahead and summon him out, use the special effect. I still don't know why Yugioh Pro's being so slow. I don't like it when it's slow. I like it when it's faster. Alright, so we'll go ahead and equip. So many options. Go for Arc Brave, I suppose. That way, in case Field Nuke happens, we'll be good. And... you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's go for some damage. I'm sick of taking all the damage this duel. I'm gonna summon my Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. So what is the defense of this thing going to be, I wonder? Is it gonna be high or low? High or low? This guy's playing Blue Eyes, so I'm gonna guess that this is a weaker monster. It is. Okay, good. He will get a Blue Eyes, but I will have to live with that. And if I really need to, I could make Baguska just to hedge my bets. And Archbrave would summon me a dragon next turn anyway, and then I'd be fine. That's an interesting one. That's not a terrible idea. That is not a terrible idea. Stop him from attacking for a turn. I'd be pretty damn set. Or I could just turn this into AA Zeus. That is also a pretty decent idea. Oh, so many decisions. So many options. Don't you hate it when you have too many? You know, not having any options is awful. Having too many can sometimes be even worse. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make Baguska. Just in case. Because while he can use his spells now he can't use his monsters in his hand and on his field, I should say. This still goes off, but everything else does not. We'll end our turn. He didn't even use that effect, implying he is out of blue eyes. Good for me, bad for him. Alright. Sadly, Archbrave does not have a target at the moment. He can't revive himself. So, the question now becomes, what can my opponent do? He can't use any monster effects, unless they're in his hand, or in his graveyard. I can next turn put these in attack mode, have a monster, or have a spell negate, have a AA Zeus, and I'll have back to the front in case of random field nukes. So I'm pretty set. I think I've got this one. I don't know. What do you think? You think I got this one? I think I got this one. I'm pretty sure we've got this one. Alrighty, so he is going to use the white stone to get back Blue Eyes. Get specifically Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. But then all he's got is a set monster. And I should be game. As long as I can... Yeah, this will be game. This is game right here. Let's bring back Archbrave Dragon. He's earned it. Archbrave has pulled his weight. So we'll summon Archbrave Dragon. And it's time to end it. Oh, where have you been? Where have you been? You have been in the wrong place on the whole wrong time this whole bloody time. Okay. I shouldn't be mad at Vandalgian. He's trying his best. Yeah, this will be game right here. You know, my opponent put up a good fight. But unfortunately, I was able to out all of his things and go for broke. So we will attack our opponent. Even if he somehow survives, I'm good. Because there's no way. Unless he's got, like, Battle Fader for some reason. We're golden. So, there's another win. Let's go ahead to the end screen. We've shown off most of what this deck can do. And so, we'll go into the end screen and see how we did. Alrighty, the Felgrand deck. We did get 4 wins. Admittedly, some of them are against less ideal opponents. But that last duel was pretty legit against the Blue Eyes guy. I was happy with that one. So... I hope everybody at home enjoyed seeing some Felgrand action. If you did, hit the like button to let me know you enjoyed it. Consider subbing. Help the channel get just a little bit bigger. You know, it's all up to you if you want to sub or not. I'm not going to pressure you. So, again, thank you all for watching. Tomorrow, I dropped my pen. What is tomorrow's deck? Next time is Princess Kuran. That ought to be interesting. So, I'll see you guys again next time with more Yu-Gi-Oh! Action. Your boy, the Memphis, signing out. Take care. Till next time.